Just for me,
So, sir, Vice Chancellor, sir, can we start now?
Yes, you can start.
Okay. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, participants. Good morning, experts and honorable guests. It's a very great pleasure for us that the University of Bardhaman Department of Physics, we are organizing a 5-day faculty development program on GNSS, NAVIC and applications. It is sponsored by All India Council of Technical Education, Training and Learning Academy, and it will be organized during 21st day to 25th September, a 5-day course. And I welcome you all in the program. And it's a pleasure for us that we have amongst us many dignitaries, Sri H.K. Ratha sir, Honorable Director, Integrated Test Range, Defense Research and Development Organization, Chandipur. He will be the chief guest of this program. Our Honorable Vice Chancellor sir, Professor Nimai Chandra Saha, he would be inaugurating this program and chief patron of this faculty development program. We have amongst us Professor Ashish Kumar Panigrahi, Honorable Pro Vice Chancellor sir, the University of Bardhaman, as guest of honor, and we will be joining by Professor P.K. Chakraborty, Dean, Faculty of Science, and Professor Raman Kumar Shor.
I'm here on Indo.
Okay. Good morning, sir. Okay. Professor Raman Kumar Shor, Dean, Faculty of Arts, the University of Bardhaman, as a special guest, and also Registrar Dr. Devidas Mondal, who happens to be from the very same department, Department of Physics. Earlier he was with us as special guest, and also head of the Department of Physics, Professor Partho Mitra. He is with us. Without much delay, I start the program with a brief introduction of the program. Okay, so AICT Training and Learning Academy, Otral Academy, since last year, they are organizing lots of this type of program where faculty members, researchers, PG scholars, representatives from the university and government organizations, they can take part. And successfully last year, we organized one such course on sensor technology. This year, also, we are organizing this course under the auspices of AICT Training and Learning, Atal Academy, the Government of India. Next. So in the pandemic situation, it's really difficult for us to conduct any offline program, face-to-face program. And I always feel sad that I could not, or we could not, welcome you all in the lush, green and beautiful campus of the University of Bardhaman. But still, to give you an idea of where we are, so in the Indian map, you can see West Bengal in the eastern part of the country, you all know. And in the northwestern part of Kolkata, very well-known city, we are Bardhaman. It's a small city, and this is glimpses of our university. Next. So Bardhaman is a very, very old town. Very, very old town. It's it holds many places of tourist interest, churches, many tourist attractions, Hindu mandirs, mosque, and a very famous Gurudwara. Guru Nanak Ji visited in 1510, Guru Nanak Charan Kamal, and a very, very old town. And once again, I miss you all in this historic and very old city. East Bardhaman district, it's the rice granary of West Bengal. And our city or our town, it has got its own food delicacies. I hope that someday we will face to face and we will be able to welcome you all with our food delicacies. You can see here two typical food delicacies of our city, which is called the yellow one is called the Mihidana, and the white one it's called the Sitavok. It's sweet dishes and well relished by all over the country. Next. So this is the Bardhaman University, the University of Bardhaman PG campus. I've tried to give you some glimpses, some buildings and the places. Actually, it was the garden of the Maharaja, King of Bardhaman. And afterwards, it has been converted into the postgraduate teaching campus. It's a large green campus. We have got our planetarium in the center. You can see it's the on the left of it. You can see the distance education center on the right hand side. Top with the pond, you can see the engineering college, and on the left hand side there is a park inside the university campus and the main university campus. So it's a very large green campus, and someday I hope that we'll be able to welcome you all in this campus. So the University of Bardhaman, it was established in 1960. Current NIRF ranking 2021 in the university category, we have ranked 85. We have diversified subjects taught in the PG campus: languages, humanities, social science, education, science, technology, physical education, law. We have got UGC Human Resource Development Center, Rural Technology Center, Lifelong Learning Centers, etc. We have got Crop Research and Multiplication Center, a planetarium, a museum, and ecological park. And affiliated undergraduate colleges are 62. 62 affiliated undergraduate colleges are there. In the figure, you can see on the right-hand side bottom, you can see the central library. And on the left-hand side bottom, you can see our auditorium. And I would request everybody to visit our website when time permits, which is www.barunip.ac.in. So the Department of Physics, it was established in 1961, one of the oldest departments. Courses offered MSc, MTech, MPhil and PhD. The major research areas are experimental condensed matter and nanophysics, material science, laser and nonlinear optics, spectroscopy, radio physics, electronics and communication, radio navigation satellite system, nonlinear dynamics, photonics, high energy physics, general relativity, astrophysics and cosmology. We have got central departmental projects sponsored by Government of India and Government of West Bengal, UGC CAS2, DST FISH2, AICT MODROPS, and 17 personal projects over the last 3 years, and Institute of Electronics and Telecommunication Engineers, Bardhaman Subcenter is housed in the Department of Physics. The GNSS laboratory, the Department of Physics, I will introduce you to the participants all in a detail. So we have a very strong infrastructure supported by Government of India agencies and obviously the University of Bardhaman. Visit us in bugnsss.in. And our work areas is exploring multi-GNSS environment for India, studies on NAVIC, exploring cost-effective and compact GNSS modules, development of low-cost GNSS-based applications, use of Android-based handheld device. And we offer services, edit GNSS software, training for students, internship and projects and researchers, collaborative research, and we also support the industry. And we are the member of Multi-GNSS Asia, and at the same time, we got certification from earlier European Space Agency. So this is the basic structure or the schedule of the tentative, still now tentative schedule. So this is the inaugural program, and then there will be 2 more sessions today, and tomorrow onwards there will be 3 sessions, and it will start from 10 o'clock. Unfortunately, just now I came to know that Professor Andrei from MIGEC Moscow, Russia, he became very ill, and we will change the program. We will have presentations from experts over the globe, from NITs, IITs, and other research laboratories. So this is the distribution of the experts and the participants. On the left-hand side, you can see this is the distribution of the experts. We have got experts from Japan, we have got experts from Europe, experts from Russia, and different parts from India. I know many of the experts are already present here. And if you see the participation representation, you can see mostly from all states of the country, more than 100 participants are participating in this program. And with that, I end my introductory speech. And once again, I welcome all the participants, and I feel in-depth, and I convey my gratitude to all the dignitaries. So they are sparing their time in this inaugural program. Thank you very much. Thank you, sir. Now I would request our Honorable Vice Chancellor, sir, Professor Nimai Chandra Saha, to formally inaugurate the program. Professor Saha.
Thank you, Anindo. Good morning to all. Sri H.K. Ratho, Director, Integrated Test Range, Chandipur, Defense Research and Development Organization, Ministry of Defense, Government of India, Chief Guest to this program. Professor Ashish Kumar Panigrahi, Pro-Vice Chancellor, the University of Burdwan, Guest of Honor. Professor Pavitra Kumar Chakraborty, Dean, Faculty of Science, the University of Burdwan. Professor Ramin Kumar Shah, Dean, Faculty of Arts, the University of Burdwan. Dr. D. Mondal, Register Officiating, the University of Burdwan. Professor Partha Mitro, Head of the Department of Physics. Dr. Anindo Bose, the coordinator of the program, and other faculty members, esteemed speakers and participants of this FDP present in this virtual platform from different parts of our country, ladies and gentlemen, colleagues and friends. At the onset, I congratulate all the participant teachers, and I must thank the head of the Department of Physics and his team for considering me to convey inaugural address in this faculty development program. It is my proud privilege to be present here in this virtual platform before a galaxy of eminent teachers from different parts of the country. On behalf of the Department of Physics and our university, I would like to extend a hearty welcome you all. I am extremely happy to note that the Department of Physics of our university is organizing an online 5-day faculty development program on global navigation satellite system and navigation using Indian constellation and applications. The theme aptly seems relevant and appropriate to the present day in augmenting and creating knowledge-based society, and university may play a decisive role. On behalf of the Department of Physics and the University of Burdwan, I welcome you all in the inaugural function of the 5-day faculty development program. I am very glad to let you know that this year our university have received approval from 3 such faculty development programs under the Atal Academy, and this program is one of those programs being organized during 21st to 25th of September 2021. We convey thanks to AICTE for sanctioning the faculty development programs to our university. I came to know that more than 100 participants from different parts of the country have registered to participate in the program and are attending the program. The participants include faculty members, researchers, postgraduate students, representatives from the government organizations and the industry. I'm also very happy to know that experts from the country and abroad will deliver lectures in the program. National and global industrial leaders in the field who would showcase their products and technical details for a more practical understanding of the topic, and I hope it would be a good opportunity for the participants to hear and learn from the eminent experts and scholars across the globe. Once again, I welcome all the participants, experts and guests in this program. I also take this opportunity to convey our sincere thanks and gratitude to Sri H.K. Rathore, Director, Integrated Test Range, DRDO Chandipur, the Chief Guest of the program, for accepting our invitation, giving us time from his busy schedule to be present in this meeting as the Chief Guest and to deliver the keynote address. I think it would be a rare opportunity for the participants to hear from you, sir. With the extreme popularity of cellular mobile telephone and smartphone, global positioning system is a well-known term for all, and we all use the service nearly in everyday life for knowing our precise location in static condition or while in motion. GPS is designed and implemented by USA, and all other similar systems developed by other countries are together known as Global Navigation Satellite System, that is GNSS. GNSS is a satellite-based system using which a user can find his or her location very precisely with the help of a small electronic receiver using signals from satellites. In fact, most of the currently available smartphones contain such a global navigation satellite system receiver chip inside it. Currently, satellite-based navigation system has many players: GPS from USA, GLONASS from Russia, Galileo from European Union, and Beidou from China, with global coverage. QZSS from Japan, and navigation using Indian constellation, that is NAVIC, and IRNSS from India are the regional service providers. Taking all the systems together, the generic name has been coined as Global Navigation Satellite System, that is GNSS. GNSS is now providing us unprecedented location accuracy up to centimeter level or beyond. Now, not finding one's location and the direction have become stories because of the excellent technology. Apart from extensive and advanced military usage, GNSS civil user base has grown very fast, outnumbering the military users due to its manifold benefits. GNSS application domains include consumer solutions, survey, transport, maritime, manned aviation, emergency response, critical infrastructure, drones, agriculture, geomatics, and in all other cases where precision location is important. As per the European Galileo Supervisory Authority, GSA, the cumulative global revenue of GNSS market value for 2019 to 2029 is estimated to be around 2,525 billion euros. The Asia-Pacific region is going to be a major area of interest for GNSS market. GPS or GNSS are also used for atmospheric research purposes and for the maintenance of the world-time scale. India, because of the typical geographical location, receives signals from all the GNSS satellite constellations. At any point of time, a user from India may receive 45 to 50 simultaneous GNSS satellite signals, and therefore is a favorable place for GNSS research and use of the systems for different applications. Research on GNSS and NAVIC are encouraged and supported by the Government of India agencies to exploit the benefits of this unique technology for the society capacity building and manpower technology are essential, and this type of program would cater the need. I would request the participant to explore the possibilities of developing solutions for the people of our country using the technology, especially in case of agriculture and natural resource management. Our university, the University of Burdwan, has continuously encouraged and supported quality teaching and research in the frontiers of science and technology. Even in the constant situation of COVID pandemic, members of the university community used all possible avenues to continue teaching and to support the students and to keep on progressing the ongoing research. Major thrust has been given in innovation, IPR, and support to the community through skill development. The efforts of our faculty members and the researchers are reflected through the sanction of research funds from central and state governments like CAS, PARTS, FEAST, MODROBS, etc., and a large number of personal sponsored projects. I'm also happy to let you know that due to the sustained efforts, our university has ranked 85 in the university category in 2021 NIRF ranking cycle. GNSS laboratory in the Department of Physics at the University of Burdwan over the last couple of years is engaged in basic and applied research, manpower, training, and in capacity building in the field of GNSS. A state-of-the-art laboratory has been established with the support from DRDO, SAC, ISRO, AICTE, ITR DRDO, Chandipur, DST SARP, Government of India, and our university. They have received recognition from the European Space Agency, that has already been told by our earlier speaker, became the first member from India to the multi-GNSS Asia consortium and an active participant in the GNSS Asia activity. Space Application Center, that is SAC, ISRO, Ahmedabad, has supported the research through a MOU, have provided NAVIC hardware and financial support, and have signed a MOU for academic and research collaboration with Shivaji University, Kolhapur, Maharashtra. They provide support and consultancy services to Indian and global GNSS industry. I believe the FDP organized by this department would be useful for the participants. I hope the deliberations and lectures presented in this workshop during the next 5 days will be useful for all the participants, and they will be able to utilize their acquired knowledge for solution of socially and economically relevant problems of our country and her people. With these few words, I want to conclude my talk, and I declare the 5 days FDP on global navigation satellite system and navigation using Indian constellation and applications open. Finally, I wish a grand success of the program. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Nimai Chandra Saha, who is the leader of all activities what we take part in our university. And since the beginning of the course, when we applied for the course, since then, we are getting all encouragement, support, and advice from him. Thank you very much, sir. Now I would request Sri H.K. Rathore, Honorable Director, Integrated Test Range, DRDO Chandipur, to deliver his keynote address. Professor Rathore, sir.
Am I audible, Dr. Bose?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Honorable Vice Chancellor, Dr. N.C. Shah, Honorable Pro Vice Chancellor, Dr. A. Panigrahi, Esteemed Dean Faculty of Science, Dr. P.K. Chakravarti, Esteemed Dean Faculty of Arts, Dr. R.K. Sar, Officiating Registrar, Dr. D. Mandal, HOD Physics, Dr. P. Mitra, and of course our good friend Dr. A. Bose, who is the coordinator of this particular program, and dear all faculty members and all basically participants. I can see some 83 people they are joining, 83, 84 people they are joining for this program. Nice to see them. A very good morning to all of you. I consider this particular event as a great opportunity on my part to be with all of you, though virtually for the 5 days this faculty development program, FDP, on GNSS, NAVIC, and applications by AICT Training and Learning Academy. I am extremely thankful to my good friend Dr. Anindra Bose for extending his invitation for this program. And though I am participating virtually, definitely I love to be there. The way Dr. Bose explained about the place as well as the various food, definitely I will love sometime to visit a particular university, Bardhaman University. Coming to this particular this faculty development program, personal note, actually I am very much delighted to come to know that some university is doing research in this particular domain. So far what I have heard is Hyderabad University, they are doing some work, basically good amount of work initially. And in this domain, second one, what as far my basically knowledge goes, it's second university, Bardhaman University, doing this work. And I have never heard any university doing basically this sort of work, and they are having the good facility like our Vice Chancellor, Dr. N.C. Shah explained. The type of infrastructure you have created to do research on this domain, actually I am very much thankful to you, because this domain actually there is much requirement as we look ahead. And coming to Atmanirbhar program and the NAVIC and all, we have our own basically positioning system. That is a great achievement on the part of the nation. Okay, coming back to this particular topic, the most unique nature of human mind is its inquisitiveness, and as a consequence it asks questions to itself to know the unknown, to explore the unexplored. While doing so, real-life challenges appear, and search for a solution to the challenges leads to great discoveries and inventions. In the early 15th century, due to various socio-economic reasons, famous European explorers voyaged in the vast oceans in search of new lands to fulfill the need of resources required for the European Industrial Revolution. However, a great challenge was in store for the medieval explorers. The complete maps of the world were still not available to them. On the vast ocean, it was important for them to know their location in order to not get lost in the sea. Knowing the sea position became the prime necessity for navigation. Celestial navigation became a feasible solution for basically those days, and mechanical instruments such as quadrants and sextants were used to determine the latitude and longitude based on angular measurement of celestial bodies such as sun, moon, or the Polaris. Though not very accurate, even on today's date, learning to use sextant is given importance in many modern naval courses. Even if you visit any Indian naval ships, you will find the sextant there in place. With the advent of radio communication, alternate and more accurate methods of navigation were devised. LORAN or long-range navigation is basically one of the most prominent navigation systems used during World War II. Accuracy and range of navigation improved, but was not sufficient for the accuracy demanded by post-World War basically aircrafts and long-range missile systems. So then the evolution of GPS and subsequently GLONASS by Russia was primarily due to the requirement of defense applications of USA and USSR respectively, and subsequently other civilian applications of GNSS have evolved, which have applications in civil engineering, earth science, electronics, and also basic science research like atmospheric sciences. Accurate location finding has many applications in defense sector, and hence GNSS will always have important applications in defense. Some of the defense applications include accurate high precision survey in monitoring the movement of troops, application in basically armaments and modern missiles, both tactical as well as strategic missiles, robotics, Internet of Things, and many other applications. GNSS also have many applications in test range in our case, like timing synchronization, because all sensors have to be synchronized with respect to time, then high precision survey and calibration of test range sensors. Thus, GNSS and military applications are closely associated with each other. In today's world, self-reliance in satellite navigation is of prime importance for a country's defense and strategic requirements. India has also experienced this during the Kargil war, when GPS signals were denied in the conflicting regions. After the Kargil war, Indian Regional Navigation Satellite Systems IRNSS project was conceived by the Government of India, and basically ISRO successfully. They have completed the project, and the system was renamed as Navigation with Indian Constellation NAVIC. Presently, it is a 7 satellite system to cover the Indian region and has future plans of expansion to 11 satellites for various technical advantages. Thus, NAVIC has introduced an important component of self-reliance in Indian defense perspective, and also have some unique features like S-band operation along with conventional L-band operation like GPS. Presently, it is able to provide modest accuracy in location finding and other features like natural disaster alert messages, applications in timing and atmospheric studies over the Indian region. In the near future, NAVIC is going to play an important role for navigation and other applications in both defense as well as civilian sectors in the Indian subcontinent, including applications like smart city solutions which are coming up. We are happy that we have also taken up an academic project in this sector with basically University of Burdwan to enhance the survey capabilities of the test range using modern techniques of multi-GNSS survey, and also to study the standalone performance of NAVIC for test range applications. I appeal to the academia and in general to all the basically industry participants through this forum to come forward to collaborate in this sector and to come out with the novel technological solutions to cater the need of near future defense as well as civilian applications of the country. With this, I wish all the success to this online faculty development program for 5 days. I expect this program is going to be basically very much productive and useful for all the faculties, all the participants, who will in turn enrich the young talents of our country and make them worthy of shaping the future of this great nation. I thank you once again for having me as a part of the program, and thank you once again, Dr. Bose, for inviting for this talk, and happy learning to all the members, all the participants. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much for your kind speech and keynote address. It will be, I think, a really a direction finder for many of the young researchers who are present here, and also your call for all the industry also to take part, so that together with the research institutes, academia, and industry, we can exploit the benefit of this great technology for the benefit of our society and our country as a whole. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. I would now request Honorable Pro Vice Chancellor, Sir, Professor Ashish Kumar Panigrahi, to address this gathering. Professor Panigrahi, sir, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Dr. Anindo. Very good morning to all. I have the privilege to acknowledge the invitation rendered by Dr. Anindo Bose, the coordinator of 5-day faculty development program on global navigation satellite system under AICTE Atoll, organized by GNSS Lab, Department of Physics. And thanks are also due to all the organizing committee members under the Department of Physics of this university, that is Bardhaman University. Then I have the opportunity and the privilege to convey my sincere thanks and gratitude to our Honorable Vice Chancellor Professor Nimai Chandra Saha for his constant support and encouragement for organizing such type of workshops in our university. I also convey my thanks to our respected Dean, Professor Pavitra Kumar Chakraborty, Dean Science, Professor Raman Kumar Shah, Dean Arts, Commerce, Law and Music, and our Registrar Dr. Devidas Mondal. On behalf of the University of Bardhaman, I also welcome Sri H.K. Ratho, Director, Integrated Test Range, Chandipur, DRDO, Ministry of Defence, Government of India, for his valuable present on the online mode and deliberating the keynote address, which will no doubt inspire all the participants coming from different parts of West Bengal, India, and also from abroad. So I welcome all the participants who have come from different parts of West Bengal, different colleges, universities, and educational institutes and other research institutes associated with such type of activities. I also welcome all the resource persons and the speakers, especially Swami Swarupananda Ji Maharaj, Ramkrishna Mission Institute of Culture, Kolkata, Sri Atal P. Shukla, former SARC ISRO, Dr. P. Banerjee, former NPL, New Delhi, Professor Andrei Kupriyanov, MII GIG, Russia, Dr. Saurabh Das, IIT Indore, Dr. Nirvikar Dasora, NARL ISRO, Colonel V.S. Helen, Elino Geosystem, Dr. Shweta Saha, SN SB NEET, Surat, Dr. Ivan Petrovsky, IP Solution Japan, Dr. Dinesh Manandar, Tokyo University, Japan, Mr. Rainer Horn, Space Tech Partners, Belgium, Mr. Vardharajan Chris, IIRA, and Dr. Anindo Bose, the coordinator of this program. So on the topic, I can enlighten that a global navigation satellite system is a network of satellites broadcasting timing and orbital information used for navigation and the positioning measurements. These satellites broadcast signals that identify which satellite is transmitting and its time, orbit, and status. So GNSS are used in all forms of transportations like space stations, aviations, maritime, rail, road, and mass transit, positioning, navigation, and timing play a crucial role in the telecommunications, land surveying, law enforcement, emergency response, decisions, agriculture, mining, finance, scientific research, and so many. So to maximize the use of multi-GNSS and to exploit the potential of navigations, manpower, training is required. And I think this 5-day faculty development program will cover all these aspects, especially GNSS positioning methods, GNSS positioning and applications, GNSS and atmospheric research, GNSS and business, current multi-GNSS situations, GNSS error and resources, GNSS timing applications, GNSS data processing, hands-on training, etc. within these 5 days. So I think the participants coming from different parts of India, even abroad, will enrich their knowledge in the basic concept of GNSS, NavIC, and its applications. And lastly, I wish a grand success of this faculty development program organized by the GNSS lab under Department of Physics of our university, that is the University of Bardhaman. Thank you to you all. Namaskar.
Thank you very much, sir. Our Honorable Pro-Vice Chancellor, sir, Professor Ashish Kumar Panigrahi, thank you very much for your very encouraging speech, mostly for the young researchers and PG scholars, PG students who are present here in this platform. Thank you very much, sir, for your constant help, support, encouragement, and advice in organizing this event and in case of all events. Thank you once again, sir. Now, I would request our Dean Faculty of Science, Professor P.K. Chakraborty, sir, who also happens to be from the very same department, I'm very proud to say, from the Department of Physics, Professor P.K. Chakraborty, sir, to say a few words. Sir, the floor is yours.
Okay, thank you, Anindo. A very good morning to all the participants who are here in this virtual platform. Actually, on behalf of Department of Physics and as well as our University of Bardhaman, Dr. Anindo Bose and his team organizing 5-day faculty development program, particularly for different academicians in the country. And the faculty development program will highlight on GNSS and navigation, Indian constellation, and applications. In this platform, here we have with us our Honorable Vice Chancellor and patron of this program, Professor Nimai Chandra Saha. And also we have with us Professor Ashish Kumar Panigrahi, Honorable Pro-Vice Chancellor of our university, and also Dean Faculty of Arts, Commerce and Law, etc., Professor Raman Kumar Saur. And also, I am happy to share you that the registrar officiating, Dr. Devidas Mondal, is also alumni of our Department of Physics. He is also here in this virtual platform, and head Department of Physics, Professor Partho Mitro. And we are very grateful that here with this platform, we have got Honorable Director, Integrated Test Range, Chandipur, DRDO, Ministry of Defense, Government of India, HK Raz. Very good morning, sir, for your nice presence and accepting our invitations. And also we have with us several distinguished scientists in different era of the chosen topic. On behalf of University of Burdwan, I welcome you all, sir. And also, I welcome all the respected participants who are here in this virtual platform for accepting the invitations, and they will get the opportunity to update their knowledge in the field of GNSS and navigation, Indian constellation. Actually, study of global navigation satellite system is a very essential and integrated part for our daily life. And we feel this thing because we are utilizing the advantage and applications of GNSS. And I am happy that our Anindo Bose and his group members actively involving several activities to expand the research on GNSS, navigation, Indian constellation, and several activities, not only in national level, but also in international level. Thank you, Anindo, for your dedication in this field. Actually, navigation is one of the key factors in human life, as I have already mentioned. And they are intimately related in all the activities and all the domain of our society. Our chief guest already mentioned different domain of applications in which GNSS navigation can work. Actually, this may be called as an integrated science, because one important part is the receiving end, which are normally framed or set up ground level. And also there is an active involvement of different layers of atmosphere like ionosphere, stratosphere, etc. Whenever we receive any sort of signal in the ground by means of receiver, first of all, we have to identify the signal, because navigation signal in different bands can be properly identified and properly sensed by means of detector or receiver, which are being installed in the ground level of our laboratory or some other means. And this can be planned. And actually, navigation can be properly utilized for healthy society, for smart society, for smooth operation of different activities of our human being. So this is very, very high time to stress the expansion of research in this particular domain. I think several researchers should be motivated to explore different activities so that we can get the benefit of the research of GNSS and navigation in Indian era, in national and international level. There are several features which are to be explored, and there are several domains on which one can work in this topic. So researchers should be motivated. I think such type of FDP program, such type of workshop should be organized in different corners of the university and college level so that young researchers and students can get the idea of or can get the essence of the activities of the chosen topic. Motivation towards this field is highly necessary. So we have to motivate the students. We have to motivate the researchers to achieve the goal. So Indian science in national and state level and also international level contributing various new thoughts and ideas in this domain. I think our researchers will contribute so many things and so many unexplored area for the better development of our country. And I hope every participant in this platform will get enormous knowledge, ideas, thoughts in the chosen topic. And also, I am sure that they will get the idea of different domain so that they can also intimate themselves to be involved for the planning of their future research. I hope under the leadership of Dr. Anindo Bose, this faculty development program will be successfully completed, and I hope our participants will be enormously benefited, and I wish a grand success of this FDP program. Thanks all for your patience hearing. Thank you all.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much, Professor Chakraborty, for your very encouraging speech, and essentially to encourage the young students and researchers from various fields and various domains to come together for the success of exploiting the benefits of the technology for the humankind and for our society. That's the essential part. Thank you very much, sir. And we always cherish the patronage, the advices, and the support from you, being in the very same department where you belong. Thank you very much, sir, for your continuous support and encouragement. Thank you very much, sir. And in the meantime, Dean, Faculty of Arts, and also Registrar of the University of Bardhaman, they have communicated that due to very urgent work, they have to leave the meeting. They were inside, and they have conveyed their message for the success, and they have congratulated all the participants, and they have conveyed their thanks to all the experts for providing us the time. So without much delay, I would now request HOD Physics, Professor Partho Mitro, Head of the Department of Physics, to convey the vote of thanks to this program. Professor Partho Mitro, please, the platform is yours.
Thanks to Dr. Anindo Bose, coordinator of this 5-day faculty development program, for giving me a chance to deliver vote of thanks in this August gathering. First of all, I would like to thank All India Council of Technical Education, AICT, for the financial support. Then Professor Ratha, Director, Integrated Test Range, DRDO, Jadipur, for being here with us amongst his very busy schedule. And the person who have excelled in this area. I would like to thank the University Authority, headed or marshaled by Professor Nimai Chandra Saha, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Ashish Kumar Panigrahi, Honorable Pro Vice Chancellor, Professor Pavitra Chakraborty, Honorable Dean, Professor Raman Shaw, Dean of Arts, Dr. Devidas Mondal, Officiating Registrar, for their support they have given in organizing the seminar. I would also like to thank members of the department and the dignitaries, experts from India and abroad. As Professor Panigrahi already mentioned their name, that they are from different parts of the world and different parts of India as well. Thanks to the participants, the students, all the faculty members, research scholars, representatives from government research and development organization and industries, and participants in the manufacturers session, which is scheduled on 24th September, and other members of the university community for lending their support in organizing this faculty development program. With this, I would like to request Dr. Bose to continue the program. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. You know, whenever you organize such type of program, you need a lot of logistic support and also a lot of paperwork you have to complete, because it's a government program, government sponsored program. So whenever there is any problem, any requirement, Professor Mitra was always there, our head of the department, anytime, 24 hours of the day, and I have disturbed him and approached him for getting some documents signed, getting something uploaded, something like that, and he's always there. And he has thanked all the stakeholders in the program, but on our behalf, I convey from my side, our team side, and also from the department side, our thanks to Professor Mitra for his continuous help, support, encouragement in organizing the program. Thank you very much, sir. So with that, we have come to the end of the inaugural program. Sir, Professor Shah, I want to conclude the program with your kind permission. Okay, thank you, sir.
And then Professor Panigrahi can give the permission.
Okay, thank you. Sir, we are closing the program. Okay, with the kind permission, we are closing the inaugural session. Once again, thanks to all of you present here. And I hope that someday the situation will improve. I'm always a believer that the situation will improve and we will have a close interaction, face-to-face interaction. We will have chance to learn directly from you and to get interaction from you and to welcome you all in the nice campus of ours. We are closing the program and we will meet once again at 12 sharp for the first technical session. Thank you very much. Thanks to all. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.